He's the founder, chairman, and party secretary of Evergrande Group, China's second-largest property developer and a Fortune Global 500 company. He was once China's richest man. Forbes magazine ranked him the #1 Chinese philanthropist in 2019. He received honors and titles, including an honorary doctorate degree from University of West Alabama in the United States. As the world is watching the pending collapse of his business empire, who is Xu Jiayin? Hello everyone, welcome to my show. I'm Lei. Xu Jiayin's mother died from sepsis when he was only 8 months old. He grew up with his grandmother. The family was poor. When Xu was 19 years old, he was 5'9" but weighed only 105 pounds due to malnutrition. After China resumed college admission exam in 1977, he took it but failed. He then studied intensively for 5 months and was admitted to Wuhan University of Science and Technology in 1978. After graduation, she worked at the Wuyang steel plant for 9 years and became a workshop director. He left the plant after violating factory rules by selling waste materials. He went to Shenzhen and found a job in a trading company where his monthly salary was 500 yuan. Using his connections in the steel plant, he quickly made 100,000 yuan for his new company. He was promoted and given a subsidiary company to manage. After 1 year and using his great people skills, he obtained a 20 million yuan loan from a bank. In 1994, he convinced his boss and started a real estate business in Guangzhou. With the loan he got, he developed his first real estate project. He noticed that at the time, 80% of the residential projects in Guangzhou were selling large units. He went with a small unit low price strategy and was extremely successful. He made 200 million yuan for the company in 2 years, but was not happy with his 3,000 yuan a month salary, which was 5 times more than that of government officials at the time. He left and started Evergrande in 1996. Evergrande's first project was the Jingbi Garden on a piece of land that cost Xu 100 million yuan. Xu didn't have the capital. He got a 7 million loan and used it as the down payment. Pricing the units below market values, he sold phase 1 of the project within 2 hours and got 80 million. Using this method, he rose to be a top 10 developer by sales volume in Guangzhou in 4 years. From the very beginning, lack of capital has always been Xu's predicament. Although funds were tight, he tried every means to aggressively acquire land, grow the company, and promote the Evergrande brand. His strategy was high debt, high leverage, high turnover, and low cost. In 2002, Xu Jiayin tried his luck in the stock market and bought 28% shares of Qiong Energy, a public company listed in China, with 400 million. It turned out to be a bad investment and he lost half of the investment. After losing in the stock market, she planned for a bigger play of capital. In March 2008, Evergrande launched an IPO roadshow at the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Its market value was estimated at 120 billion Hong Kong dollars. But then the 2008 financial crisis swept the world. Not only was its IPO plan shelved, Evergrande almost collapsed from a capital drought. At the time, only 4 out of the 37 Evergrande projects met the requirement for open sale. The company had a funding shortage of at least 12 billion. Xu Jiayin rushed to Hong Kong to find help. He went to see the 3rd richest man in Hong Kong, New World Development Chairman Chen Yutong. In order to gain the trust of Chen, Xu went to Chen's family to play cards with them, sometimes going late into the night. Although Xu doesn't speak Cantonese well and Chen doesn't speak Mandarin, the two had a good time at the poker table. 3 months later, Xu's effort paid off. In June 2008, Chen Yutong teamed up with Singapore's Temasek, Deutsche Bank, and Merrill Lynch and invested a total of $506 million, which was about 3.3 billion yuan in Evergrande. This saved Evergrande from collapsing. Xu then pushed sales for 18 of his projects. He offered 25% discount and invited movie stars to sales events and made a record daily sales of 280 million yuan. In the following year, she received additional investment worth 2.8 billion from Credit Suisse and an 850 million yuan loan from Bank of America. In 2009, Evergrande became a top 3 real estate developer in China and went for an IPO in Hong Kong. After the IPO, she became the richest man in China. The year after the IPO, she bought the Guangzhou football team. It was said that Evergrande invested a total of 2 to 3 billion yuan on football, and the football business didn't bring Evergrande any operating profit. But after his team won the national championship, getting loans from banks became easier for Xu, and this is much more important to him. Xu Jiayin is a savvy publicist and a master of public opinion. His quick expansion into the market was mostly attributable to Evergrande's brand recognition and the size of the company. Tactically, he had a 3-pronged approach. 1. Grow big. 2. Get land cheap. And 3. Integrate into the local economy. This third tactic comes from the thinking that if you grow big and becomes an integral part of the local economy, local governments will give you the green light and bail you out if you are in trouble. Think about it. All 3 tactics require rapid growth and market dominance. In order to do this, he repeatedly bought high and sold low. From his first project to the time when he became a top 10 developer in Guangzhou, Evergrande did not make any money. In 2000, when Evergrande's revenue reached 350 million, profit was only 710,000, and the profit margin was only 0.02%. Xu's hunger for expansion caused Evergrande to suffer a perpetual shortage of capital. To borrow money, he paid 10, 20, or even 30% interest when the profit margin in real estate was only 10%. When the cost of capital is higher than profit, any business would slow down. But in a communist business culture in which dominance and monopoly is the key, cost of capital becomes secondary to growth. In June 2012, that's almost 10 years ago, an American firm specializing in short sales, Citron Research, released a report on Evergrande, pointing out that the company was already insolvent and used words such as fraud, bogus, and Ponzi style to describe it. Xu Jiayin led a team of accountants from Price Waterhouse and some law firms to refute Citron's claim. 4 years later, the Hong Kong government's Market Misconduct Tribunal banned Andrew Left, the founder of Citron, from entering the Hong Kong market for the next 5 years and demanded the return of the 1.6 million yuan profit of short-selling Evergrande. When asked if he could defend his report, Andrew Left said this in 2016.
If you look at that report, it's extremely well-sourced, it's well-documented, everything is right there. Their accounting, in my opinion, was Ponzi-like accounting, taking from one person to pay back the person beforehand.
As much as he loves capital, Xu appears to be a devout Chinese Communist Party member. He's the only private business person in the Standing Committee of CCP's Political Consultative Conference, who ranks the same as a minister. He emulates the party in his business practice. It was said that the layout of Evergrande's internal newspaper looks like that of People's Daily. When he meets with his guests, the setting is similar to that of the CCP leaders receiving foreign dignitaries. He likes to be called 主席, the word for chairman as in Chairman Mao, and not 董事长, the word for chairman as in chairman of the board. As Xu emulates the CCP, he learns their deceitful and cunning manner too. Current and former employees have told stories of being forced to buy the company's wealth management products. As a criterion of their annual assessment, people who bought Evergrande properties were also sold these financial products. Evergrande then illegally used funds from the wealth management business for its real estate projects. It also used the private funds raised on its peer-to-peer loan platform for the projects. Chinese regulatory agency turned a blind eye on the illegal fundraising only until recently as Xu stepped down as the chairman of Evergrande Group on August the 17th. Evergrande's Chinese name means forever grand. The pursuit of this is the reason behind the massive debt that's collapsing the company. In the end, Xu was a victim of his own chase for greatness. You can watch my previous video on Beijing's relations with Xu and why too much money has killed Chinese industries and sports. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.